Hello, everybody. We are very, very happy to be here today. It's an amazing day. It's Thursday. I remember within the kindergarten, they show me how to say Thursday. Today is Thursday, 20 June 24, and this is our forum number 100, our virtual forum number 100. It's an a great pleasure, and first one I want to say thank you to everyone to be here with us, because it's an amazing challenge to be here. Remember that um, most that 1 year ago, in March of 2020, we went very uh, upset about the pandemic. We were very I don't know, very sad, because I was crying with them, with my team, with my partners, about what we're gonna do, and God gives me the idea to try to do the virtual forums, and now we have 100 forums, and this is an amazing day today. It's an a party today. It's a great day, and I have with me a very special person. Um, I know him like 3 years ago in Orlando, Florida, um, in the EXP conference, and it was very interesting how one person found one perfect formula, because that one is, I think that this guy, it's a genius, because like many of us, he works before on the real estate business, but he looks another ways that maybe we didn't thinking in that one. He he works too on Yahoo, on the technological part, and he works too on the Wall Street world, and he understands the three most important things to make business. That's going to be the real estate, the technology, and the money, and how to move the money. And this, for me, it's a genius, and I am very happy to receive today my my dear friend, because he's my friend. He stayed with me in Orlando, and he did many things with me. I remember the picture that I showed you, and well, he's my friend, and he's a great guy, and he's one of the most successful business people around the world today. And the name is Glenn Sanford. Mr. Glenn Sanford, welcome to the Tiburones Inmobiliarios, and thank you to be here with us, my dear friend.
Well, thank you, Tony, and it's an honor to be here. It's always a pleasure to get to see you in person, which we did see each other just a month or so ago in Cabo.
Cabo, yeah.
Yeah. So Orlando, I remember I think we still have the bottle of uh, the liquor that the Mexico liquor.
Yeah.
And so, and it's really great tasting, by the way. So, so thank you for that.
When you want another one, you just have to say, "Hey, I want another one, please."
Okay, there you go.
Thank you, Glenn. And if you give me the opportunity, I want to say thank you to some people. And before to start to talk with you, and the people are get in. So I just want to say thank you to some people. First one, I want to say thank you to our partners. La Moody, it's a great company. Let me tell you that La Moody, Glenn, is like a silo in USA. La Moody is in Mexico, so they are our partners. And La Moody, they're gonna give you a giveaway today, and it's gonna be 50 properties free to put in this amazing virtual portal. The name is www.lamoody.com.mx. Thank you to Mr. Daniel Narvaez, Mr. Jaume Molet, Mrs. Andrea Bonilla. Thank you very much, and thank you for your support in all of this. We start with them, this challenge, and thank you for their support. Thank you for our clients, Simca. Wow, what amazing deals do it Simca the last week. They sold 176 apartments in 1 week. So it's an amazing. So the Playa del Carmen, Tulum market, it's hot. You have to do business with Simca. Thank you, my dear friend, Chris Hill. Thank you, Yael Bedoya. Thank you for all the team for Simca. And Simca, I'm gonna give you to a chill out weekend. You can spend 4 days and 3 days in the amazing hotel. The name is Singular Joy in Playa del Carmen in front of the beach. And they're gonna take care of you of everything. So thank you very much to my friends and my partners from Simca Immobiliari, my friend Erico Garcia. Thank you, Erico. And he's gonna have Expo Exni. They're gonna give me the date of the expo. I think that's gonna be November 10th in Mexico City. Thank you, my dear friend Erico Garcia, and he's gonna give you an entrance for the Expo Exni, the most important real estate expo in Mexico City. We got this amazing platform too. Thank you, my friend Guilla Simonini, and he gonna give you too a prime package for you today. And thank you very much. Carmen Garcia Cosillo, my friend, she has an amazing book, Glenn. The name is Magical Words to Sell Houses. So it's an amazing book. I'm gonna tell her if she has the book in English, and I'm gonna give you that one because it's an amazing. It's the history that how you can do a best storytelling. So I learned a lot with her because now when I write something, I have many ideas and I have many different words that it doesn't exist on my head. So thank you for Carmen to give us this book, and you can have the chance to have this book today. And thank you to my friend Lilia Saldaña. She has a book that the name is Kika Puentes, #Lady Broker. And the people say, Glenn, that this is the 50 Shades of Grey of the real estate. So it's a very funny and very interesting book. Thank you very much. And thank you too to my dear friend Consuelo Vilar. She's gonna give you a great package in this great project in Orlando, Florida, that the name is The Grove. And they're gonna give you a package for 3 days, 2 nights in this project that have an amazing water park. And well, it's incredible, The Grove. If you don't know The Grove, you have to go there in Orlando, Florida. And she's gonna give you $200 to spend in The Grove in Orlando. Thank you very much. And I wanna say thank you to our sponsors, that it's very important. LCR. We have a big news, and Glenn, this is a very important that I want to talk with you about it. But yesterday, the US government announced that the EB5 visa now, 1 day ago, it was $900 to take the EB5 visa. And now you have only $500,000 to have the EB5 visa. And our friends of LCR have the best projects in USA. You can invest in the world of fame of NFL, and you can have your EB5 visa. Thank you to LCR. Thank you to Inuk in Playa del Carmen. It's an amazing project. It's a sustainable project, and thank you very much to Fabiola Lopez to give us the sponsor here. So we have a lot of clients. And before to start to talk with this amazing guy, I want to say thank you to my team. Thank you, Michelle Evans. Michelle Evans is the captain of this project. She is the coordinator of Tiburones Inmobiliarios, and she doing an amazing job. Thank you, Michelle, for the inside of my heart. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for Alejandra Alberdi. She's the famous pollo. You know what is pollo, Glenn? Pollo is chicken.
Oh, yes.
She's the amazing girl that do it every coordination of our marketing and everything. Thank you very much to my dear Pollo. Sabina Arenas, she's gonna be a mother again. So thank you, Sabina Arenas, for your work and thank you for your support. Jamie Lynn Brito, my personal assistant, thank you very much. And to all the team that works around to Tiburones Inmobiliarios, we have a lot of people. So thank you very much for everybody. I want to invite you to follow us in our in all our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Please follow us in Tiburones Inmobiliarios. We have amazing things. And if you want to be in touch with me, follow to me in my personal Instagram, Tony Hanna Tiburon. And remember that we have our podcast in Apple and Spotify. And the most important, www.tiburonesinmobiliarios.com. Make business with us. We have the most important projects around the in Mexico, USA, and in other places. Make business with us. We have an amazing commissions for referral. You can win 8% of the total of the price of our products only for a referral fee. So you can do an amazing business with us. I have to tell you, Glenn, that is very important for us. Now we are the most important community around Latin America. We have almost 25,000 people in 37 countries that are in touch with us. So it's an amazing job. But this job, I want to say thank you in the first place to God to help us to do that one. And thank you for the confidence for everybody to be with us. And I want to tell you something. Remember that the July 29, we're going to have our second virtual hybrid forum. It was amazing the last week, 2,500. Now we want 5,000 people in this forum. We have an amazing speakers and amazing experts, and we'll be in Guadalajara, Jalisco, the land of the tequila. And I'm gonna give a tequila bottle for this guy, Glenn Sanford, because today is the 100th forum, and I wanna invite something, and I'm gonna buy some amazing tequila bottle for you, my dear Glenn, and we'll be in Guadalajara, Jalisco in July 29. Well, just remember that the next Monday we're gonna have our coffee with the second part of the coffee. That's gonna be amazing. And on the Tuesday at 10 a.m. we're gonna start with our forum 101, and we have a big announcement maybe next week, maybe in the next 15 days, and we're gonna go to do an amazing things. Well, thank you very much for everybody. Thank you for your patience, my dear Glenn. So we have an amazing things to do. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of questions. I'm gonna try to have an amazing speech with you. But first one, I wanna think in this guy that starts to work in another great company. We have to say that it's another great company in the real estate business. And you saw the great opportunity, and you saw the bad things that maybe we had in the business, because we are almost in the same age, and we know that many years ago the franchise, it was very important. The brand that you can have behind your name, it wasn't a great support maybe in the 90s, in the 2000s, for the people gonna do it an amazing business. And I have all my recognition for these amazing brands. We start this project with one amazing company, the name Realogy, that they have a lot of brands, and I have all the respect of that brands. And you were in some of that brands, and you saw opportunities and bad things. I want that you tell me, what did you think in your crazy head? Because I know that you can have a crazy head that works every time. What did you think and what did you see to do to make the real estate business in a billionaire, faster business? Glenn Sanford, CEO of EXP World Holdings.
Well, Tony, thank you. Like many real estate professionals, I had come out of other businesses. So I'd started some businesses. I had been mainly technology startups. So they were e-commerce companies. They were online services. And I actually got into real estate while I was looking for my next project. And so, because, it's pretty easy to get a real estate license, as you know, in most parts of the world, I think Mexico included. It's easy to get a real estate license. It's easy to get into that business. And then you realize that it's not a business that you own, because you're 100% responsible for everything that happens, meaning you've got to go find a property to list. You've got to get that property sold. And if you can't take any vacations, because when you do, the income stops. So it's not a business that provides sort of that residual income perspective. And so for me, I saw the flaw in the business is that it was a business that owned me as a real estate professional. And so I looked at, and I started at Prudential, which is now Berkshire Hathaway. So that's where I started. And I was the top agent in the office, buyer's agent, my first full year in the business. And I was number 3 in the office. And I went to the owner and said, how can I get ownership in the office? And he didn't offer me any ownership. And had he, my life might be different today, but he didn't offer me any ownership. So I ended up moving my license to Keller Williams, which I know Keller Williams is in Mexico as well. And I went there because they had actually improved the model, because they actually shared part of the profits from the offices with the agents that helped grow the offices. And so that was an innovation that Keller Williams introduced in the 90s. And it took off in the 2000s, and now in the United States is the largest real estate brokerage in the US as a brand. But I even saw problems with that model in that a lot of offices weren't profitable. So I might go there and recruit some agents. And in fact, I recruited 184 agents into my group over 3 years. And I found I got $6,000 for that in 2006. And so I realized that the profit share model was broken. And so I said to the team that I had a small team. I said to the team, if we ever build a real estate brokerage, we're going to do revenue sharing, not profit sharing, because I want to actually provide a exit strategy for real estate professionals that is real. And so for a real estate agent, one of the benefits of real estate as a profession is it's one of the highest paying businesses that you can be in as an individual, where you can go out and list and sell properties. It's a hard job because you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with the biggest assets that people own, and you're dealing with a lot of the challenges. So it's actually a tough business to stay in long term, yet you can't leave real estate very easily because you make too much money when you're selling real estate. And so there's a lot of people who love the opportunities to list and sell real estate, but they burn out because there's no real exit strategy. So the exit strategy is normally start a real estate team. So that's one strategy, which I did. And that doesn't really work. If you start to exit as a leader and you try to replace yourself, the teams tend to go downhill. So the next thing is to own an office. So that's the next trapping. That's the next thing that they sell you as a real estate agent. Well, when you get good, you can go and get your own real estate office. You can get your own franchise. And then you find out that most people who own franchises or own offices actually don't make much money running the office. They usually make less money running the office than they did being an agent. And so they actually go backwards. They get some stability, but they go backwards, and there's no longer term upside. Like the office, makes whatever it makes. Maybe in US dollars, maybe it makes $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 a year. Whereas an agent, maybe you were making 200, 300, 400, 500,000 a year as an agent or running a team, but that's your upside. That's about what you can make. And then you say, okay, what's next? And you're kind of stuck. And so a lot of people get stuck in the real estate business. And so what we saw was the opportunity to retool the compensation model for agents by taking out the single biggest cost of running a real estate brokerage, and that is the bricks and mortar, the offices, the physical offices. And since really the late 2000s, like 2007, 8, 9, high-speed internet really became ubiquitous, meaning it was everywhere, meaning you could get high-speed internet on your phone, you get high-speed internet at your home. And so real estate professionals don't really need to go to the office to sell real estate, because that's not where the houses or the people are. The houses and the people are actually somewhere else. And most buyers and sellers don't actually want to go to an office other than if that's just a place to meet. And so you can meet anywhere. You can meet at a coffee shop. You can meet at a customer's home. You can meet any number of different places. And if you can do the business online, then you can actually sell over a larger geographic area than if you're locked into one area. So we just saw there was a number of things that we could fix. And then the other piece that eluded me back in 2003 was the ownership interest. I always wanted to be an owner in the real estate brokers that I was growing, and nobody offered that to me. I was offered a small token interest when I was at Keller Williams. And then I did start my first brokerage while I was before EXP. And we shared a little bit of the profit there, but it wasn't until 2014 that we actually owned a public company that's now on NASDAQ. So that's EXP World Holdings. And we actually have shared over $1 billion worth of equity with our agents and brokers since 2014, which is just huge. You think about the amount of wealth that we've transferred to the agents and brokers, the actual people doing the work on the front line. I don't know the exact number, but I think it's going to be over $100 million we will have distributed this year in revenue share to our agents and brokers who've helped us grow. We've shared over $1 billion worth of equity. We've created more millionaires in the shortest period of time ever in the residential real estate industry by just transferring the benefits that would normally go to the broker owner and transferring those benefits to the agent on the front line. So we've really, you don't have to buy a franchise. You don't have to put a bunch of bricks and mortar in. You just have to plug in, and you basically have all the benefits, if not better benefits, than somebody who might put up $100,000 to own a Remax, a Keller Williams, a Century 21, or what have you. You as an agent have better benefits inside of EXP than anybody who buys a franchise.
But let me tell you something. And let me tell to our people about the stock and the price of the stock of the EXP. It was 1 year ago, it was in $6, and 2 months ago it was in $80, and now it's around. Well, let me give you a good news. Today, when you are in Tiburones Inmobiliarios, the reason the stock's gonna go up, and in this moment, I don't know what's happened, but you are in Tiburones Inmobiliarios. Maybe that one is is a good reason. But today it's around $40 the stock. So and the things is it's crazy. It's crazy thing how a company goes more than 10 times go faster up in 1 year. So the reason of that one, the reason of your success is share. That is the reason of your success, because I think that many people told me about the how I can share that one. Maybe I can follow. I want to follow you and share with the people. But what did you do is share with the people the business. That is the success of that one. Tell us about that. About that.
Yeah. So I always think about the entrepreneur agent, meaning the business owner mindset agent. And it's a small percentage of the agents, but it's a very important segment of the agents. So if you think about out of 100 agents, there's probably 5 to 10 of them that think like a business person, but those business people influence most of the rest of the agents. So the business people are recognized as thought leaders in the industry. And those business people will look at, how does this business model benefit me and my family long term? And when they look at every other real estate brand and they see that there's a company that I get equity in, even if that equity isn't potentially worth much more tomorrow than it is today, and let's just assume it doesn't even go up in value. The fact is a company that shares equity creates another asset class for a business person that didn't exist in any other model. And so for them, this is another form of currency. It's another form of getting paid for doing what you already do. We have, I think, 5 different ways to get stock in EXP, 4 of which are exclusively for agents in the listing and selling of real estate. And the only other way that you can get stock in the company is if you sponsor somebody who actually sells real estate. So it's all tied to actually real estate production, which is really an important reason why the stock component is really designed for the highly productive or even moderately productive real estate agent to be able to grow a second stream of value into their business, even if they never recruit another real estate agent to EXP. We have a number of agents who've never brought us another agent to EXP who have since 2014 earned over $1 million worth of equity in EXP just from being a highly productive agent. And so you think about that as being a huge driver to just building value in your business by just being highly productive. And so for me, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business guy. I think of myself as a focused.
You still is gonna be an entrepreneur every day, right?
Right. And so I want the EXP model to be so good that if I was a real estate agent today and and EXP didn't exist, other than I didn't create it, somebody else created it, I would hang my license there and build it as a business. And that would be my life mission. Like I want the value proposition to be so good that me as an agent would want to build this because it actually solves for everything that I need to solve for as a business person, as a provider for my family, as a as a breadwinner. It solves for all the different pieces that that we as business professionals think about every day, and why we go into business to begin with. Most people, they say they go into business for money, but they really go into business for freedom.
That is the key, Glenn. That is the key that you said one word that I write here to ask you, but well, I'm gonna tell you about it. Money. Because okay, I'm gonna tell the people you have a lot of money because you do it on a great stuff, and now the money, I think that the money is gonna be enough for maybe some people's gonna be with $10,000 gonna be enough money. Other people's gonna be with $100,000 it's enough money. Another people's gonna be with 1 million. Another people's gonna be with 10 millions, with 1 billion, which is not enough money to stop. Because I think in my idea, because I know you, that the money is not your principal motivation now. I think that your motivation now it's the entrepreneur, the new ideas, the new business, the new models, the help the people, because you are okay. Maybe you have some gadgets that you use in your free time, but you are a very easy guy. You always are with a t-shirt, with a Bermudas, very easy. I don't know, maybe in the in your house, maybe you have 2 or 3 suits. I think that you don't have more than 3 suits, because I always saw you with one jacket and that's it. So what important it's the money, because many people try to do money every time, every day, wants money and more money and more money. And what is money for you?
Yeah, no, it's yeah, well, money, of course, represents an opportunity to buy things. Like I have a couple properties, I have a boat, we just bought a nice.
You tell me many times about your boat. I hope that one day you invite me. Huh?
Okay, we'll make that happen. So yeah, it's booking up this year, but next year, let's get you on the calendar for next year.
Wow.
The yeah, we just bought a McLaren, so a sports car the other day. So we just because we wanted a convertible. It's a great time of year to have the top down, and so we ended up getting that. So what money represents is an opportunity to buy things, but cash flow represents freedom. So and this is a really important concept, because if you've got 1 million, 10 million, 100,000, whatever the number is, money by itself doesn't get you freedom, because what it does is it gives you something to draw down on, which could represent freedom if it's enough. But what's more important is cash flow. Something that comes in on a consistent basis that pays the bills. I heard the definition of freedom years ago, and it's when your residual income exceeds your monthly expenses. When your residual income, when the monthly cash flow that comes in, whether you go to work or not, when your monthly cash flow that comes in, whether you work or not, exceeds your expenses, what it takes for you to live the lifestyle that you want to live, that's freedom. It's not a certain amount of money in the bank, though if you have enough, I mean, if it's a large enough, a really big number, then that could represent that. But anybody who's got a fixed amount of money is always trying to figure out how to make more money with the money, because they can't just go spend it, because it then goes away. Whereas if you have cash flow, you can use the money that you have to actually do some other things with, whether it be investments, vacations, charity, taking care of family, what have you. Cash flow and money and cash together is the ultimate combination. That's what EXP really sort of provides, a platform to build that over time, so that 2, 3, 5 years from now, if somebody really dedicates themselves to being the best real estate professional they can possibly be, and help bring other real estate professionals to EXP, over time they have the opportunity, the potential of truly achieving financial freedom.
Okay, so we have a lot of entrepreneurs here. We have a lot of people that try to do the best things every day. We have a lot of mothers that they don't have a couple, and they work for the freedom of her family. So, and I think that we do, because I do that. I was doing that one, and a big mistake. And that mistake is that we spend a lot of money in these gadgets before that have this excess of the income between what you need, what you have, and what you want. So we do it a lot of this mistake, right? This is a normal mistake, I think, than the most of the people, because all of us, we want a McLaren or a Ferrari or a big boat or a big airplane or wherever. So on a big watch. So we spend a lot of money in that stuff before that have this success, and we take credit, and we do it many, I'm gonna think, stupid things about the money. So this phrase is amazing. Money buys things, cash flow represent freedom. So this is an amazing, I don't know, every day we learn something, but this one is one of the most important things that I think that the people have to learn every day.
Yeah, and we all do it. I mean, I'm 54 years old now, but when I was 35, I was severely in debt, and had I was driving a Geo Metro and a used Ford Focus wagon, and we had to have the in-laws support us financially, just to sort of make ends meet. And 2008, we ended up, kind of with the housing crash, we had to raise money, and we were again in debt for, I think $75,000 or $100,000 just to keep the doors open. So I think entrepreneurs, by their nature, they want to get things. I mean, they're looking for achievement. They're looking for the trappings of success. They want the watch, they want the car, they want the house. And to some extent, getting those things along the journey and getting kicked in the teeth and losing money is actually part of what makes you a good business person over time. So it's actually not a bad thing. I wouldn't encourage people to do it. I'd say, hey, like, build your cash flow first and avoid that. But I also think that the most ambitious entrepreneurs always, get over their ski tips. They always get a little bit into trouble financially before they finally make it.
Wow, this is great. So and let me let me know something. Did you know about the pandemic? Tell us the truth, because it's like if you make a business before the pandemic, I don't know, you have a ball and a magic ball. I have a magic ball, but sometimes don't works really well. But you have a magic ball or something, because it looks like if you know before of the pandemic that we will have a pandemic.
Yeah, it was just the part about the pandemic was just well, I won't say it was luck, because it wasn't luck. I would have I'd rather not have a pandemic. But I do know that businesses go in cycles, and about every 10 years, something happens in the economy, almost by clockwork. In 1987, there was the stock market crash. In 2000, about 12, 13 years later, there was the dot-com crash in 2000. In 2008, there was the housing crash. And then 12 years later, we had the pandemic. So, 11, 12 years, 10 years, there's something significant that happens to the economy that you have to be ready for. And when I think about have to be ready for, there are certain expenses in the business, bricks and mortar being one of them, that can really hurt you when big downturns happen. And so I've studied business cycles. These cycles, by the way, you can go back another 10 years, another 10 years, another 10 years. Every 10 years or so, there's a big something that happens that takes a lot of businesses out of the business. And you don't know what they are, but it all has to do with companies that are overextended, that taken on too much debt, and don't have a business model that can contract as well as expand. And so for me in 2009, we wanted to build a recession-proof business, something that if the economy hit it hard, we would continue to do well, even in a bad market. And the only way we could do that was by getting rid of the physical bricks and mortar and figuring out how to work entirely virtually. We figured that would make us the most recession-proof as a business. And so that was really the crystal ball was really planning for what might happen in the economy at some point and be able to have a business that could contract. And Q2 last year, the worst quarter in real estate in recent times, because of everything getting closed down, real estate couldn't be sold. We had our best quarter financially of any quarter up until that point in time. And that was because we were able to trim expenses quickly in a market where a lot of stuff had went bad. And so that's the benefit of having a recession-proof business, is that you can scale back your expenses quickly in the face of a downturn. So when you think about a real estate brokerage, there were a few brokerages, I don't think many in Q2 that closed down, but if that had extended for another quarter or two, a lot of real estate offices would have had to have closed their doors because they wouldn't have been able to afford to stay open. And then agents would have to move somewhere. And so we think about the idea that we've actually built a business model that when the economy turns negative, goes down, agents will actually come to EXP because they'll know we'll always be standing.
So the Bible said that 7 years of good cows and 7 years of bad cows. So it's almost it's biblical, and yep. It's almost what's happened every time, right?
It is, yeah. It is very, and it's very rhythmic. It's like it's every 7, which is 14 years, so which is about the cycle that we were talking about, right? It's
yeah. So let me ask you something. I wanna know more, my friend, and I wanna ask you what significant has God in your life?
Significant
has God in your life? What is God for you? What is God for you?
God. Oh, God. Well, yeah. So for me, we are all sons and daughters of God, and we're all made of God's stuff. So we're all part of the infinite intelligence of the universe, which is God. So God is the infinite intelligence of the universe. We're God, our Father. Whether in heaven, but what is heaven? Heaven's the whole thing, right? Like we're in the whole thing. We're in the mind of God. We're also part of the mind of God. And so we have innate in all of us God's stuff. We have the ability to think and create and to collaborate and to help others. And this is all, God is love, right? So, and so the whole thing is how do we express God in everything that we do. And part of that is making sure you do things that help other people. I'm a big Zig Ziglar. You probably know that name.
Yeah, I know Zig Ziglar.
Yeah.
See you in the top, right?
Yep. See at the top, but one of the phrases that he quoted. He was a big. I think he was also a minister as well, but he was a salesperson, a minister, and a number of different things. But one of his phrases was, "You can get anything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want." And you think about that's really, what's our mission on earth? What's our godly Christian mission on earth? It's really to help others. Like that's the whole thing. And anytime we focus on us personally, then things tend to go bad. When we tend to focus on other people, things tend to go good. It's actually part of the intelligent design that God put into action. Is He actually designed it so that we actually get more benefits from helping others than helping ourselves.
Great words, Glenn. So and now before that, start with some questions that I have here. I wanna ask you about that. How important it's the team in your organization. And I want to say hi to my dear friend Michael Valdez. And I want to say hi to my dear friend Ismael Gonzalez. Every day I pushing Ismael Gonzalez every day. You have a soldier here that I'm pushing, our captain here in Mexico, Ismael Gonzalez. And thank you for Michael Valdez for the confidence in my person and with this great team with EXP here. But how important is a team and a good team around you?
It's absolutely essential. When you're a small business, a team of one, you do everything, and those that are the most successful do most everything really, really well. And the challenge when you scale a team is a lot of times you can't afford great team members at first when you grow your initial team. So you want to groom them and help them grow as people, grow as business people, et cetera. And you need to trust that they're going to figure things out. When you get to an organization at this size, we have 57,000 plus agents, 15 plus countries. We might be in 16 countries now, I'm not sure. But when you get to this size, you need really sharp people that are also good people. So there's two, they have to be good and sharp, and they have to be good human beings. And so that's really critical to continuing to grow, is making sure that you're bringing in people who trust other people, who are supporting other people, who are growing other people, that are more service oriented than themselves personally oriented. And so our team is just phenomenally service oriented. They all have a servant heart, and it's not, there's no, like, you'll probably notice about me is I'm kind of in the background, a little bit low key in a lot of respects. And that's two reasons. One, I'm an introvert by nature, so I'm not somebody who likes to get out there too much. But two, I think it's really important that other people are able to be recognized in their leadership roles wherever they're at, and not have somebody else overshadow them. So I want to really play a more supportive role. And I actually refer to myself quite often as the highest paid assistant in real estate, because I'm always trying to help other people in the organization, as opposed to doing the business and telling people what to do. I try to coach them and support where needed, and allow other people to do what they do. Like Michael Valdez has been amazing, as since he's joined.
He's a crazy words guy.
Yeah. He's and I don't think he sleeps. So he's
Yeah. I know that you do a great decision with him. And Ismael Gonzalez, it's a great guy too. He's doing an amazing job here because he fix everything every day. He fix everything, and he have the enthusiasm to try to do the best every day. So congratulations for your team. I want to ask you something. How long you have that you don't go to show a house?
what's that? How long?
Do you still show some houses or not really? Or you only started there?
Yeah, so I actually let my real estate license expire. So I can't actually show houses anymore. So we have to do continuing education hours. I think it's 30 hours every 2 years to keep our real estate license up, or something like that. And a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, my license came up, and I just going, I don't have time to study for it.
Well, you can do any referrals. You don't need a license for a referrals.
There you go. Well, yeah, because we do have a real estate brokerage that can take those referral income.
Okay, let me ask you some questions that we have here. With inflationary rebound and when interest rates rise again, how will this affect the housing market? Will it be a decrease in sales and prices?
Well, definitely be a decrease in sales in terms of number of real estate transactions. It really depends on how much interest rates go up. So, if interest rates go up to, 4% or 5% in the US, definitely real estate prices will come down because that will affect affordability for buyers. So, but if it goes up to, let's just say 3.5% or so, I think you'll see a slower housing market, but you might not see real estate prices drop.
Okay, Glenn and Tony, do you think that in Mexico or in other countries the EXP platform will succeed the same that in the USA? Because we have a different culture in Mexico. There's not license, it's a lack of education in real estate.
Yeah, so what I think about is that EXP provides a platform for real estate professionals to grow with. And so I think the opportunity it's actually maybe even better in Mexico than it is in the United States, because as we aggregate agents onto a platform, as we're able to share listings between each other, which right now is kind of tough to do in a fragmented market, the way that that I've seen in Mexico. It's very, very fragmented. Listing agent has a listing. Consumers have to go to office to office to office to go and see listings. Being able to have more listings on one platform in one brokerage should create more opportunities to actually standardize the way buyers are represented, and to some extent how sellers are represented. So I think there's actually some benefits, but it'll take a few years to get those benefits built into the model, because we're still a new model in Mexico. But independent contractor real estate agents in any brokerage anywhere in the world have the same fundamental challenge, and that is that there is no exit strategy in residential real estate as has been designed in the past. All the franchise systems, there's no exit strategy for a real estate agent. We're the first one to provide that. And so the entrepreneurial real estate agent that will help other agents succeed, that are looking to actually build a business, this is a platform to do that.
Okay. Before that goes with the next question, I wanna do the giveaways to try to finish at the hour. So please, girls, if you can help me with the giveaways. Girls, where are you, girls? Who's gonna help me with the giveaways? Okay. So we had 448 people that are subscribed to this forum, plus the people that are on the YouTube. So thank you very much for everybody. So can you tell me who's gonna have the book of Lilia Saldaña? 306, the book of Carmen Garcia Cosio? 56, the prime package of WeGot? 120, the entrance to Expo Exni? 405, okay, the package with Lamuri? 150, the package in the group? Thank you, Consuelo Vilar, 263, and with Simca, the Chila Weekend? 235. Okay, thank you very much. We have another question. How has his vision changed from when he started? What is next?
Yeah, so the vision itself is still the same in terms of building the most agent-centric real estate brokerage on the planet. So that's kind of our mission, is to build the most agent-centric real estate brokerage on the planet. How we're expressing it has changed over time. We bought Success Magazine here last year, so that was something that wasn't on our radar. So now we're standing up a personal development organization to help with coaching and training and helping people be professional, but also to build professional networks that can collaborate underneath the Success brand. So you think about a real estate professional, a mortgage person, an insurance person, other accountants, lawyers, networking together under the Success brand and using that as a way to collaborate. We've done some partnerships with some really interesting people that I had not thought earlier in life that I would be in partnership with. I certainly looked forward to it, but people in the United States like Grant Cardone. So if you haven't followed him, really big thinker, probably the #1 sales trainer in the U.S. So we're getting partnerships, and then I think the international piece is really the thing I'm super excited about. That for me, the ability to now travel and work at the same time. I get a lot of value out of work. Obviously building the EXP brand and taking that, but now being able to go worldwide and to travel. If I travel normally and I go to a country where to visit, after about 2 weeks, I want to go home and get back to work. Now I can go and travel and continue to work and continue to meet people and to continue to pour into people, even when I travel. So I'm really looking forward to that as we continue to kind of work our way out of the pandemic. I want to travel worldwide and help agents and brokers and others worldwide grow their brands.
Okay. So, well, this is very easy question. How can anyone access to the platform? You can get into the www.tiburonesinmobiliarios.com and you can get into the platform, make business with us, and you can get into the EXP place of our team in Tiburones Inmobiliarios. We have a great team, and you can get in Tiburones Inmobiliarios. So some people talking about the stock, about the prices of the stock. The stock goes up and goes down, but I think that the stock, in my opinion, I know that you cannot talk a lot about the stock, but I'm sure that maybe in a few months, and I'm sure that in a few years, you're going to have a great news about the stock, because the stock with EXP, it's on a great bet for in the stock market, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at the fact that I still am the single largest shareholder in the company. I still own close to 30% of the company. And, you know, with the amount of wealth that I've created, you know, if I didn't believe in it, I probably would have sold it by now.
Great. So I just want to tell you that we have people from many places that say, I don't know if you saw the people that we have here, but we have people from many. Let me tell you from where Mexico City. Sure, people from. Let me see. We have people from Panama, we have people from Monterrey, we have people from Mérida, Yucatán, Puebla, Venezuela. We have people from, tell me where, Cuernavaca, let me tell you, Cancún, Playa del Carmen, Mérida again. Let me see. From Florida, from Palm Beach, Florida. We have people from many places around the world. So from Tijuana. Well, we have people from many places. Veracruz, Guanajuato, Hermosillo, Tlaxcala, Torreón, San Francisco, California, Querétaro, Canada, Zapopan, in Jalisco, San Miguel de Allende, Tlaxcala, Argentina. So we have people from around the many places. Glenn, it's a great pleasure to be here. Before to say thank you, I don't know if we have now the people that have, oh yes, we have the people that have the giveaways. I'm gonna tell you about who's gonna be the winners. So, let me show here. Okay, we got Genaro Mesa, Lilia Saldaña, Patricia Velasco, De Grob, Yael Bedoya, Carmen García Cosío, Miguel Ángel Moyano, Exni, Raúl Stanford, Lamudi, Fernando Cadena, y Simca, Susana Gaitán. Congratulations for everybody. So before that say bye, Glenn, I want to do something. I want to do, maybe we can invite, I want that you help me to invite someday to Grant Cardone with us to talk about about the EXP, about everything. So I want that you do me this favor to invite Grant Cardone, and well, that's going to be, we can do a great event with that one, right? You can help me with that one?
Yeah, I can definitely help you with that for sure.
Okay, wonderful. So it's I do it a commitment with this guy in Cabo. I say this is gonna be a commitment, so I'm sure that we can do a commitment to have something with Grant Cardone and do it on a great event here. So if you want, I wanna talk with the great guy Ismael Gonzalez, and he can help us with all of that one. Sounds
awesome.
Good?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Glenn Sanford, thank you very much for, first one, for your confidence, because you didn't know me. When we have the first time that we met together, you give me your confidence in every time. Second one, for your friendship. Third one, for to make in a different way and a different world for the real estate agents around the world. Thank you for being people of God. Thank you for being a great family guy. But mostly, thank you for being my friend. Thank you very much, Glenn Sanford, and God bless you, dear friend.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everyone. Okay.
I hope that you enjoyed this speech with us. And for all of you, thank you very much. This is a great commitment. It was the Forum 100, but we're gonna still do it, these free forums for you with this great team. I have a great team, and I'm sure that we can gonna do an amazing forums. And the next Tuesday, we're gonna have the forum 101 for you. Thank you for all our team. Thank you for again for Michelle Evans, Alejandra Alberti, Sabina Arenas, Jamie Lynn Brito, all the people that work with me. But thank you to you. Thank you for believe in me, believe in Tiburones Inmobiliarios. Thank you for believing this project. And I'm sure that we gonna do together and a much better world and a much better real estate business. And I'm sure that we're gonna do great things together. Thank you, Mr. Glenn Sanford. Thank you, EXP. Thank you, my team. But mostly and number one, thank you, God, for giving me this great opportunity. This is the forum number 100 of Tiburones.